Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to another episode of Nerf Combos on the channel. My name is Luke Triton, and today we are covering the Stryfe. So this is a very famous blaster in Nerf and the darts blaster hobby in particular. It is very modulous indeed. It has a barrel and stock attachment point and two tactical rails, one on the top and one on the bottom. Very small and compact, so it's famous for being a sidearm, but it's very worthy of being a primary as well. This one I'm using is the new CQ10 version in the Elites line that was released late 2019. So there is something special we need to do. So let me just quickly grab everything that comes with this, because this one in particular is sold with 3 attachments. On my channel I have a rule: if a blaster is sold with 2 attachments or more, that means it is Nerf's official combo. So this comes with a bunch of attachments. Obviously these are ones that we have seen before, but they are recolored. This is the stock that was originally released with the Modulus Recon Mark II. This is the folding grip that originally came with the Stealth Ops kit, along with this stealth barrel that came with the same kit. So for what this is, it's not bad. If you're going to buy this blaster as an entry point into the Nerf hobby, it's definitely good because it has a lot of playability. Those attachments make it more fun to play with, and the blaster itself is of course an amazing blaster. So this is going to be quite a full episode because we have the 3 traditional classes, my personal combo, and about 3 or 4, I can't remember, there's going to be at least 3 gimmick combos, so this is going to be a lot of fun. The first combo, as always, is the Heavy. Now this is actually quite nice, I really do like this one. So, oh god, standing on stuff as always. So yes, this is a very interesting one, very aggressive looking as well. This is not something that I would use a stock for. Whilst I could replace this regulator handle barrel attachments with the chop stock, I think because of the size of the blaster and kind of the overall size of this build, I can definitely kind of keep it close and be a little bit more aggressive this way. A bit more pokey action rather than kind of focused aiming action. We also have the Modulus infinitely scaled barrel attachment point here, the Zombie Strike twin slice, and the spiked tooth barrel that keeps coming off from the Zoom and Doom kit. It is a fancy little barrel. Look at that, I do like that. It keeps turning because, of course, with the Modulus barrel there is no kind of little divot point for the ball of the in front barrel to kind of sit on, if you know what I mean. Yeah, of course you do. And of course we have the 35 dart drum because I'm not going to buy the new minigun. What's it called? The Titan, that's it. I'm not going to buy a Titan just for the drum magazine. I may as well just get it on its own. But this will do for now. So yeah, as mentioned, it's very aggressive looking, definitely up in your face. The shield, of course, to protect myself. I am tempted to paint this one day in either orange or white to kind of match my other attachments. But the shield itself, especially with this little gate piece up here, looks very cool and fits very well. So this is my heavy combo. The next combo is Close Quarters. This is actually quite funky, and I might use this a few times just after when this video is done. So we have the Retaliator barrel. I was able to get one of these online through a bunch of purchases. I'm glad I was able to find this and replace it with the Recon one, because the Recon one is old and squeaky, and obviously the colour scheme doesn't match the rest of my blasters. Keeping the folding grip that came with this version of the Stryfe, again because it is matching the rest of the colour combination. And this one in particular just works really well. I could have replaced it with a few other things, but I don't really want to do that. I want the focus to be just this main blaster and kind of deck it out appropriately. I'm using the 25 dart drum magazine because this is a flyable blaster and I am going to be going through darts quite crazily. So a drum is pretty much preferred, especially when you're up close and personal. Once you see an enemy, you want to make sure you actually hit them and have rounds to spare for the rest of the round. You have the red dot sight because obviously, you know, enough said, red dot sight. And the folding Spectre stock because that is absolutely amazing and suits every close quarters build. So you could have it nice and close to your face, or you can go full try-hard mode and get it in your shoulder. Obviously it's very wiggly, so you can potentially aid your aiming by having it open up and kind of flexing it. But still, just looking at that, I think it looks pretty good. This is Close Quarters. And the last of the 3 traditional classes, as always, is Long Range. I thought the last one was cool. This is absolutely incredible. Just look at this. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing. I really do love this. So the 2 barrels are the Modulus infinitely scaled barrel and the long range barrel. It does need to be much longer, whilst you could do, because this is a small blaster, I don't want to do that. I have the green laser, and I can never remember which way it is. You have to turn this little thing to turn it on. but it's nice to have some more pinpoint accuracy. I'm going to keep that off so I don't waste the batteries. We have the bipod, of course. I nearly used the Centurion bipod because it was bigger and cooler, but this actually fits really nicely, especially with the way it folds, and it is tucked nicely against the magazine well to the sides. The magazine as well, since we're on that point, is the 12-dart magazine. I will never use the 6-dart magazine as other snipers do, because now we've got bigger magazines, why would you use a 6-round mag? We have the good old long-range scope and the Raider stock. This looks amazing. Just look at... I think I've outdone myself with some of these combos. There are some that I look back on and I think that looks absolutely spectacular. I've got to play with that again. Look at this bit here in particular. You can see there where the bipod kind of sticks forward a little bit, but it's filling the gap where the green laser can't actually sit. That's so cool. I love how it fills that space. And it all just looks good, fits really well, it's comfortable to hold. This is... I've done good here. I've done good here. This is long range. And now we move on to my personal combo. I was a little bit stuck on how I would set this blaster up because this is something that I wanted, but in time I was able to convince myself to get this. I was able to convince myself on what combo I wanted if I was going to use this in a Nerf war. So just giving this a quick side view because this is, you know, it fits in frame basically. We have the modulus barrel extension point again with the Spectre barrel at the front, the blue one in particular because that's the one I have and it matches the overall look. We have the blaster grip, not something I use too much, but this blaster works really well for it. I have the day-night zoom scope. I want to be able to use this on as many blasters as possible because this is incredible. We have the Raider, what's the word I'm looking for? Extendable stock. Yeah, I nearly said scalable, but yeah, you know what? It's the Raider stock. We all know what it does. And everybody loves the 30-dart drum, or at least I do. Actually, it's my personal favourite because it's a nice round number. It's symmetrical as well. The drum itself is centered, which is really good. And all in all, when I'm just holding it like this, it's comfortable. The scope as well, because of how it behaves, I'm actually looking right into it. It's nice and close to my eye. It's more accurate. I can see more, and it works really well. I need to replace this with the red dot sight, but obviously I think I'd rather go with this one. So yeah, not a go-to combo or blaster in particular for Nerf wars, but I could definitely see myself using this in the future. This is my personal combo. So I have 3 gimmick combos for you today. Finally got it right, it's only 3. And the first one is Mini Modulus. So the Modulus ECS-10 is the kind of go-to blaster when comparing it to the Stryfe. It's basically the same thing, just with a few more tactical rails and a little bit longer. It does come with 4 attachments. A barrel attachment, a grip attachment, a scope attachment, and a stock attachment. Now there is a Modulus version of the Stryfe, but I don't have one of them, and that would have been a bit more flavourful for this. But this is basically everything you get with the Modulus ECS-10 on a smaller version of said blaster. Not really something you could use. I mean, when I'm aiming down sights, I'm actually looking down the top of the scope. I can't really get my head in enough to be able to see down the scope itself, but oh well. What if I just move it forward a little bit? Is that going to help? No, not at all. Never mind then. The barrel, everybody loves the barrel. The grip, you know, good old grip. The stock, it was good, but it got beaten out by the regulator stock. Still way too flimsy. But yeah, in terms of looks, not too bad because, you know, all the attachments kind of do something well. And yeah, this is Mini Modulus. This next one has a bit of a longer name, but it does have one that works. Zombie Strike, more like Zombie Stryfe. Yeah. This is what I wanted the orange one for. I originally was going to try and get one of them and deck it out to be Zombie Strike themed, but sadly that never happened. So instead we're going with this, the blue one. And this is quite busy. I mean, there's a lot going on with this, despite only having 4 attachments. So the magazines, I kind of missed it in the last one, but these are 12-dart magazines, the Zombie Strike ones in particular. Looking very good. We have the scope from the Scavenger, which is holding another one, ready to go. I've got the Zoom and Doom stock, because, if I can get this off, just for the sake of variety, the chop stock's going to be on every single Zombie Strike themed combo that I'm going to do, so I may as well just stick with this one. And everybody's favourite twin slice and extendable spike tooth barrel attachment thingamajig. Very cool indeed, very fun to play with, and for what this is, not too bad. I can actually see down the scope on this one, but yeah, it's very busy, it's got to be said. I mean, there's a lot going on, you can see so much detail. This last gimmick combo is called Flywheel Master Race. I'll let you leave your comments as to who inspired this, but this is absolutely amazing. I would never use this because integrations kind of like this thing exist, but my god, this is absolutely amazing. So the Stryfe is here at the front. We have the regulator barrel, either of the two work, And we have another flywheel blaster. Revving them flywheels. Oh yeah, you can't, well, can you? You can shoulder it. I didn't actually try this because it was so delicate. It is a bit difficult to kind of hold the Stryfe with that drum in there. But yeah, 2 drum magazine flywheel powered blasters. You're not going to lose. Flywheel Master Race. So there we go, that is it for this episode of combos for the Nerf Elite's Stryfe. At long last, I've covered videos on the Stryfe, and I'm probably going to be putting it down for quite a while. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.